Hi, kids. How are you? This is your Uncle Anthony. And, I'm having my quiet time and I'm thinking, and I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking. And I'm sitting here, and because I know Uncle looks, very, a very extremely handsome 20 years old, very handsome and, athletic, right? But children, the truth of the matter is that 20 years old seems like a few days ago, that quickly. And I thought about how intentional God was in connecting, your parents and myself and Auntie Simona. And over the decades, as I'm walking into my purpose as a man, as a husband, as a man of God, firstly, as a husband and father to my children. And as I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm not where I am, without your parents. And I know you know that, and I know it's been said. And my deal is that, listen, if you have something that is good to share, and, why not share it, right? So, track with me here. I'm not here without your parents. And, very simply, the word says, now hear me, Olivia, Nate, and Nathaniel, and Naomi. The word says, follow me as I follow Christ. And all the activity over the past few decades, your parents has served for us as they were following Christ when I wasn't seeing clearly, or I was going through some things, or we were going through some things, and it was like I couldn't quite, they're bent in who they are. Besides, the how much we love them, just being friends and more than friends, brothers and sisters. Their bent was leading me to Christ, and don't take it for granted, please, because there's a difference between being a Christian and a Christian that follows Christ. I was a Christian, but I wasn't always following Christ, children. And that blazing path, and not only in word but in deed and sacrifice. That's who they were. That's really who they were. Now, hear me. So, unless you think this is me just because I like your parents, I'm just telling you good things. No, no, listen. In so much as I get to experience the beauty and majesty of Jesus, I am really appreciating now at, nearly 45 years old, that gift of following Christ. And I'm realizing that again, I'm not here without your parents, right? Now, the word says, follow me as I follow Christ. So that's what the Apostle Paul says. Very simply, he says, follow me, not because I'm a perfect, right? The Apostle Paul, he says, I'm the chief of all sinners, right? In other areas, right? He didn't say to them, follow me because I am perfect, or that I know everything, or that, I don't get, I don't get angry sometimes, right? But he says, I know that I'm following Christ. And so follow me. And so for the Apostle Paul, he was never married, he didn't have children. And so very much so, these churches that he helped planted, the people that he invested in, that he brought to Christ, they very much was like his children, right? And so his message to them is follow me as I follow Christ. And through the years, through my 20s and my 30s, it was, I have an example in your dad and your mom, people that are following Christ. That's what I want, right? And so here's my conclusion. In this world, and I know and I observe from afar that you children already know this. You know how valuable your parents are, right? And I see it on display, I see it in your fruit, that wow, you guys are filled with, you children are filled with the Holy Spirit. I love it. And so that's a natural follow for you. And I don't give this message because I don't see it, I do. But what I want to say is, typically in life, children, it's you may have, let's say, Eric Zuckerberg, right? Well, not Eric Zuckerberg. What am I talking about? I forget his first name, but Zuckerberg, right? And eventually his children. And so the world's like, Zuckerberg, you're brilliant, you make all this money, you're awesome. But his children may not truly get that, And so like Elon Musk, right? Tesla guy, right? World's richest guy, right? And, children may not get that, right? I mean, Chef Ramsay, his kids may love McDonald's instead of, as Gordon Ramsay cooking for them, right? And I rejoice that that's not you guys, right? But I want you to know you're looking at somebody who is forever changed. And any blessing that happens to my wife and to my children is because of your mom and dad, right? So as you move forward, this for me is a message of giving you confidence in what you're already doing. Giving you confidence that my mom and dad, they're worth following. Because above all else, they're following Christ. And I'm a witness. Auntie Simone is sleeping upstairs. And she probably gonna be mad at me that I ain't wait on her to say this. But we're just one couple. And there are many other people that says, wow, we are personally touched. See, I said that your parents aren't perfect. And they're not. Right? They're not. What they are is near perfect. I mean, your dad had to come through with this vegan thing, and otherwise it would have been like, okay, well, there's John the Baptist, and there's your dad, but then he decided to be vegan. I don't know. Listen, as parents, we all know that, whatever. In so much as, we're never going to get it. We're not, otherwise we'd be Jesus, right? But your parents are in that respect, they are amazing. They're worth following because, really and truly, they're near perfect, right? Seriously. But ultimately, they're worth following because, that's what God desires of you guys, right? He desires that you obey and honor your parents, and it makes him happy, right? That you do, right? And then again, this is the piece where I come in and I say, yeah, do it. Do it. The people, that they love in the world most, right? After each other, I am jealous that you guys benefit the most from what God has spent decades cultivating and putting inside of them, you see. And at different stages in your life, it's going to look different, right? So Olivia's the oldest, already in college, right? It's looking different in your world, right? And then with Nathaniel, you're my man, you're crossing a threshold. You're going off into this place of this next season of your life. And sweet Naomi, young lady, you are growing into your brilliance. And at every stage, understand that that you're going to have some pressures, and the devil's smart. He's smart, right? But our God is greater, way smarter, right? But meaning he at every where you are, the enemy is going to have designs on you, going to want to attack you, and this is an area that he may want to try to exploit, right? And so, we're not ignorant of his plans, right? And so it is my desire that you guys, you know, remain connected in such a way to get the maximum benefit of lives that follows Christ. Because there is absolute brilliance in each of you. And I intend to fully take advantage of that brilliance in the next 10 years. Like, seriously. I mean, Nathaniel, it is going to be what it be, brother. Uncle will be like, hey, nephew, I'm coming to town. Can I stay at one of the many hotels that you own for free? I'm like, hey, it's going to be what it be. Or basically come to your movie premiere. It's probably a living. You're the businesswoman. You're going to probably be owning them hotels, girl. Let's be serial. And then, my oh so funny track athlete slash dancer slash, it's still working out in you. So the voice of Jesus, right? And let the voice of Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and that of your parents ring loudest in your voice, right? Get the most benefit. Don't let me and other people get the most of what's right there for you, right? And so we're proud of you, you three. We're proud of you, so proud. And so and I know, and again, that you guys are already doing that. And so in the future, when things, who knows, just pressures of life, and there will literally be people, and I know, Olivia, you could experience this, you're already in college, that literally are telling you, but did Rutho really say? Did, Avril really say, in terms of, consider these alternatives to what, the kinds of things that they put into you guys. So anyway, love you so much. And again, Auntie's upstairs. She's sleeping. She don't know I'm doing this. And so I just pray that you guys hear my heart. And, don't let this guy get the most out of the gift that's freely given to you. All right. Your uncle loves you. And I'm so very proud of each of you. Okay? All right. Love you. Bye, 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 bye.